Papa. We're living in the age of reboots in Hollywoods and remakes in the gaming industry. With the insane hype that's been following the Final Fantasy VII remake, gag, it should come as no surprise that when Chrono Trigger director Takashi Tokita mentioned a remake, everyone went nuts. How do you feel, Nate?
Here's my Final Fantasy VII. This really is. I'm like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. You don't need to touch it. It doesn't need anything. It's perfect. It really is. See, the thing is...
But wait, hold on. Think about it. Think about, like, fighting as Chrono in 3D.
I'm not interested.
But it has, like, the Kingdom Hearts control scheme. So you're actually just,
I know.
Action
Right.
button the fuck
even
out
best,
of Ultra.
Even
Sorry,
better.
it
Even
is
better.
how-
No, fuck that. Because there is one thing that could make it better. Voice acting.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
You're telling me that you don't want Kiefer Sutherland to voice Chrono?
No, I honestly...
I could voice Chrono.
I have had games...
Dinklage in there.
I've had games ruined for me by voice acting. You know what I mean? Like, there's some voice acting where it makes it. I mean, 10 was FF10. You're playing through FF10 right now. Mm-hmm. The voice acting in that is still a bit rough. It's
more than passable, though.
It's evident. It's evident of the best quality work that could have been done
at the time.
At the time,
sure.
Yeah, because voice acting was still relatively new
on that scale.
Yeah, although the first Metal Gear Solid blew it out of the water, and that was an original PlayStation game.
Taser Smurf, obviously, I've never played the game. I don't care if Chrono never talked.
And the thing is I don't think that that game would benefit from any kind of voice acting whatsoever. I really, really don't. See, the thing is, and especially...
But what about having, like, Robo, like, talk in a robot voice? Thank you for saving me, Luca.
Better yet,
I will use Robo Punch.
What if we get the same people? What if we get the same?
Is that a robot fist? Is that what that was?
He's fisting it. Right?
Can we see it again? Can we get a close up of him and he do that again for us, please?
Come on,
go ahead, show us.
That seems distinctly sexual. You can. This is gonna just keep going like this, isn't it?
Out of MP.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll get in contact with the Disgaea people and get them to do the voiceover work.
God, that would be the worst. It really would. But here's the thing about the Chrono series, and I've said this before, I would be much more interested in them continuing on the franchise, especially in the way that they carried it on between Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. If they if they said, we're going to make a new Chrono game and it's going to use something similar to the Kingdom Hearts control style, I think that would be okay.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Let me riddle you this, Nate.
Okay.
Nate man.
Yeah.
All right, obviously, the FF7 remake is happening, so I've been having to find ways to cope and to come with terms with it, right? Now, like you, I've always thought that when it comes to expanding the universe, like new games or showing us new stuff, that's fine, okay? I'm all for that, okay?
Right.
As much as people hated Dirge of Cerberus and Advent Children, I thought they were both fine.
Oh my gosh, a shooter with Luca.
Can we mute him? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. All right, so what I am looking forward to is them being able to expand on certain elements, all right? Playing back through 7 right now, there are actually some things that I think they could have done a lot better, and I've now seen that a lot of people are like, well, what about blah, blah, blah? Like most people who don't have as much of an interest in it as I do didn't get certain things because either they missed it, maybe they only played through it one time, and the remake, obviously it's going to be a lot longer because the whole episodic thing is going to give them more time to make better use of certain plot lines or certain hooks and, give certain aspects of characters' background more exposure, right? So does that kind of idea in any way change your mind for a potential remake?
No, it really is. Like, I feel like that game is sort of where you feel FF7 is really perfectly tuned. I think that Chrono Trigger is sort of like a perfect game, and there's really not much that you can even do with it.
When was the last time you played it?
In college,
okay.
working at the desk. It was one of those games that I played overnight, and I that's the thing, is that I had such a good time with it, whereas I didn't with other SNES titles that I tried to, because it was a very limited computer that was down there. We were down there 24/7. Somebody had to be at that desk at all hours, and I took a lot of the 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. shifts, so I was there when nobody else was there, and you had to find ways to keep yourself awake.
Absolutely.
And after a while, we weren't allowed to bring down our computer towers anymore.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, nice job, ass. And so we had to go to, we had to use emulators.
Yeah.
And so, playing SNES games was really that, or like Flash games, like Java games and stuff like that, were really the only options for entertainment. And there was nothing else that I played that captured me like Chrono Trigger.
I would be interested in seeing you replay that on stream, because having people watch me play Final Fantasy and having some of the questions they ask makes you look at it in a different light. Like, for example, a lot of people had no idea that Tifa and Cloud got together. Like, they were completely blown away by that. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So there's some things that in your mind are obviously very concrete, right?
Right.
The majority of people might have completely glossed over that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would be open to it, but I think I've committed to doing one of the Souls games on stream first. So I think I'm going to start that this week.
Cool.
If you guys want to tune in at twitch.tv/Final Encountercast, where you are right now, hit that follow button if you're just joining us for the first time. So, all right, what else we got?
Well, as it turns